Let's take 5 minutes to talk about all the ways that we could buff our best girl here, Meganium. So number one, keep the same typing, right? We don't need to change this typing, especially the fairy type, because then it gets a 4x weakness. You change it to dragon type, you get a 4x weakness. So there's no point in changing this typing. Secondly, let's change its hidden ability from Leaf Guard, which is a terrible hidden ability, to Thick Fat. Why? Because Leaf Guard is garbage. Because it just makes you more likely to die because you have to have sun up. And if you have to have sun up, then anything with Flare Blitz is going to kill you. Your job is to be a tank as Meganium, therefore you don't want sun up. Thick Fat, on the other hand, even though Mega Venusaur gets it, it's a Mega, so we're not worried about it. But Meganium's primary job is to be a tank, and Thick Fat makes it more tanky. Therefore, we want it to have Thick Fat. It goes from having 5 weaknesses to 3, I think. It's just weak to poison, flying, and bug after that. All right. Now, base stat total of 545. So that would be the highest base stat total of all starters. Right now, the highest total is Swampert's 535. But Meganium is so bad that it deserves to just have that extra 10. And we're just going to add that extra base stat total straight to its HP. And I'm going to explain why later. That gives it 100 base HP, which gives it the ability to set up an unbreakable, especially by Chansey, Blissey, seismic toss substitutes. That's the reason we want to do that. Next, solving Faulkner, because we're assuming this is going to be like a Heart Gold Soul Silver remake, right? So this will be the goal, is to get some type of Heart Gold Soul Silver remake. All right, so Ancient Power is something that already learns. We just want to make it, add it to its learn set earlier in the game, right? Get it sometime around the time it evolves into Bayleaf, or right as it evolves into Bayleaf. That would be a good time to do so. Right now, I'm not even sure what it learns when it evolves into Bayleaf right now, but I don't think it learns anything actually. So it could just be added straight to it. You don't have to replace anything. For Morty, who's the actual biggest challenge, because Chikorita doesn't have anything to hit him at all, just add earlier Zen Headbutt. Right now he or she learns Zen Headbutt by tutoring, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and it might be on a different generation. There we are, TM. So TM 59 Zen Headbutt, go ahead and add that earlier and make sure Meganium has access to it a little bit earlier. And then for Whitney, we just need to make sure that Body Press is available pretty early. So that's all it comes down. TM 89. Whitney's not really a problem. The rest of the moveset, as well as your teammates, should be able to solve Whitney. But Jasmine and Price especially are going to be the reason that you really want to have Body Press. And honestly, Price, if he stays the exact same that he is, he's weak to grass anyway. It's really just Jasmine. Jasmine's what you call it, her Magnemites. All right, add support moves. Quiver Dance is the one that I'm really banking on. It's going to boost a lot of things I'm going to talk about. Cosmic Power, Wish, Aromatherapy. This is just a re-add from Gen 8. Grass Whistle, which is a re-add from Gen 7 to the moveset. As well as coverage moves that deal damage. Rock Slide, why doesn't it get this? It's a big, heavy Pokemon, why doesn't it get that? Heavy Slam, why doesn't it get that? Play Rough, why doesn't it get that? Dragon Rush, why doesn't it get that? It's a dinosaur. And I get that some dinosaurs exist that don't get like draconic things like Auroras, but come on. It's a starter. It deserves good things. Dazzling Gleam, why doesn't it get that? Dragon Pulse, and then Store Power is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but with us having Quiver Dance, I think that is worthwhile. And Earth Power, why doesn't it get that? And Ring Out. We want to improve the move Petal Blizzard, which has no extra effects at this moment. It's not a signature move, but it is kind of Meganium's special move because they didn't give it a special move in Gen 2 or 3, because after that, Typhlosion kind of got Eruption. I guess Feraligatr got Aqua Tail in a way, but everything gets Aqua Tail. But either way, Meganium really didn't get anything until like Gen 4 or 5 when Petal Blizzard dropped. And it's kind of Meganium's like thing. But at the same time, Petal Blizzard is like it's just a physical grass attack that does absolutely nothing else. And I think it would be really cool and it would make thematic sense for it to be special super effective against flying types instead of not very effective. So that would be its niche as a grass move. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff in the air moving quickly. A flying type would have a hard time with it. Um, Next up, adding signature move sapping stampede. So this would be a normal type physical BP, 80 BP. It's basically what you call it, Yveltal's special move, but it would be calculated by special defense instead of attack. That's why Quiver Dance would be really good for it, and then it will restore 3/4 of your damage dealt. And then for Mega Evolution, instead of keeping Thick Fat, it would move to Triage, and then it would get its second type, which would be Normal. Normal gives it an immunity to Ghost, which is neat. And it also gives it super effective, or excuse me, Stab, Return, Stab, Body Slam. And for this new move, we're going to make it a normal type move, and it'd be a Stab as well. Uh, it would have Triage, which would affect Giga Drain, which is boosted by Quiver Dance, as well as this move, Sapping Stampede, which is boosted by Quiver Dance. Um, and you could run Body Press as well if you want to, but yeah, the stats would just kind of bear out. We drop speed way all the way down because you have triage, you don't need speed. Instead, we're going to focus on being as tanky as possible. You can increase your HP with megas, so we're going to leave HP alone. We're going to increase the offenses to 100, the defenses to 150, and again, that speed is going to be a payment in order to increase those defenses higher. So that's all I got from Meganium. If you like the ideas, leave a like. And that's all I got. Leave a comment too if you have a better idea than I do. Peace.